Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US Indices Report. We'll cover the S&P, the DJ and the Nasdaq, and as far as we go here, we're on track. We were looking at intermediate wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4, up for wave 1 here in 5 waves, and we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave for wave 2. Now, this is the 50-60% retracement level, as you may know, and we're looking at this correction here, pulling back to, well, we had 3 target points. We had the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. We've also got the 2000 and we've also got the 50-60% retracement level. So we've just been working through those, and we can see that from the top here, down into the first wave section here, we have 5 waves. I'm going to move into the 4-hour chart here just to drill into this a little bit. So there's things we do know and things we don't know in this little structure at the moment, and we need to have a little bit of a plan for that. So yeah, look, the first wave down here in 5 waves, we can label wave A. Secondly, that after 5 waves, we get a corrective pattern in terms of an A and a B and a C. But I think that this corrective pattern here has is a little bit larger than we think. So we're looking at it now as an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave, and just up here in 5 waves and then collapsing down through here. Now there are other ways to count that as well, and we'll be looking at that. But the main point is that because we've got 5 waves here, after a correction, be it this A, B, C here, and then looking for 5 waves, or the way that I have it as an A and a B and a C, but one way or another we need 5 waves to finish the sequence off from this side here. It is possible that there is some sort of other sort of corrective pattern within here, and having this as a low here, but I'm not going to go there because it just doesn't look right. And what I could say is that if our group 2 area here, 65, 72 and 80, and 72 being the most important, if that became the support, a tested support, then we would obviously go long from that point. Okay, so that's our line in the sand. But as far as that goes, this little move up through here, we're looking forward in 5 waves and then folding over from there. Now, we can go in and explore that in a second, but as it stands at the moment, we're looking at it in terms of, as I mentioned, the green A wave here, 3 waves for the B wave, which makes sense, and then 5 waves here for the C wave. So it can come up and touch this sort of area up here. We'll look at that in a moment. And then 5 waves down through to here. So we're looking for a nice strong bounce off the 2000. The 50-60% retracement level is still way down here, so it's still a long way. But normally there's some sort of equality too between wave A and wave C in terms of time and distance and so on. So that's what we're looking at, and we're just going to observe the situation as it moves lower through here. And so on the 2-hour chart, this is sort of how it looks here, much as, well, obviously the same. So we're actually looking for 5 waves up here. Now, we'll go to the 15-minute chart, but it's a little bit tricky to count them. So I've taken the count from the cash market. Okay, so it looks a little bit odd looking for the 5 waves up, but this is sort of how it counts best in in the cash market, so to speak. So essentially we're looking for a wave 4 here, and obviously the open can do some, some weird patterns, but basically it can move down to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then move up into the group 2 area here. And as I mentioned, if the 272 becomes the support, well, then we've got the wrong count and we need to be on that side of the market. Okay, so let's just allow, I know it's a little bit tricky, but let's just allow this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. And as I mentioned, on the cash market, that's a little bit easier to see. Now on the DJ, I may have a different count here, but just for the purposes of shooting the breeze, so to speak, and it is a different count here. So this is pretty much in line what I was looking at before, but the difference here, of course, is that we've got the A wave here, ABC for the rally here for the A wave, down for the B wave here, because we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here, then an A and a B and a C. Now I'm not very happy with that, because this move down here appears to be 5 waves, so not quite happy about that, but I've got nice clear 5 waves here for the wave C, so it's not too bad. Out of all of this here, this little one in here just doesn't quite fit right, so there is a, so it is open for error, but as far as it goes down here, we can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 down into this area here, or we could even go to 4 and 5 to here on the spike. But as you know, I'm not that keen on spikes. So anyway, look, it's possible to count this as B wave in here, as originally had, and then down for 1 here, an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave up here. So another little push up here, and if I looked at this here, I'd say there's 5 waves in here, and that's the end of it, and we'll have a little rally and move down through here. So that's possible here, but I think we just need to allow this to to settle up here. If you see at any stage that the market moves through and really starts to find this as another tested sort of resistance here, then obviously look for the low here, because the market will move pretty quickly from 5 to 3 as it does. Well, it's done it here too. So markets normally move quite quick between 3 and 5 and 5 and 8, such. So, yeah. Now the Nasdaq. Right. So I better go out here a little bit. Let's just go back to the daily chart to get a bit of thing here. So, in this particular instance here, we can see that this sharp move down through here is very well smooth and sharp and so on. So it really fits nicely as a wave A here in 5 waves. So we've been looking for a corrective rally for wave B, and I don't think it's finished. That's all. I don't think it will go that far either, but it looks like a bit of a flat sort of correction here in terms of an A wave, a B wave in 3, and then C wave. So it may not reach its target point up here in this one. So I'll just have a look on the 2-hour chart. I don't recall what I've done here, but okay, that's okay. All done. So I try not to think of the count too much when I leave the page, because I like to come back each time with a fresh sort of view, how you see things in different ways. So, but anyway, from wave 1 here, we do have a nice 5-wave structure down here. So, after some sort of corrective pattern here, that would it needs to be in proportion to this particular move down here to rebalance that. Then we'll look for that move to the downside there. And I think one of the better fits is that we've got wave A here, then an A and a B and a C wave here, and then a move up for wave C. Well, I don't think wave C is going to go that far, but let's see how it goes. We're looking for 5 waves to the upside. So yeah, I mean, it should because we've got 3 waves here. That means it will be a flat correction. So it could also be a triangle pattern as well for wave B. That can occur, could get uglier, but there we go. And because we've got 3 waves here and we're still in the corrective pattern, we'd normally have a flat or a triangle or double zigzag or something a little bit complicated, but keeping it as simple as possible, the flat correction would be staying in this low here, these 2 lows here, and these highs here. So basically just a flat correction really. So we're looking for possibly one move up through here, but I wouldn't count on it. But what we could do in this instance here is that if this low here was taken out, then you start looking for a short. But as always, if this move down from here, it's going to bounce off the 4-3 anyway, so, and come back in 3 waves. So it's not worth chasing. It's just worth acknowledging that if it does move down here, does it move down in 5 waves, which in this case it would. So then you would just wait for the 3-wave bounce and then get a position up there. There'll be another bounce here, of course, coming back up into that 50, 60% or 40%, and then moving through here, retesting that, wait for that, then confirm it, and and then you've got your reference point there. So you can build in, you just need to know that way it navigates, because currently this level here is the support. At some stage we're looking for it to be the resistance here, okay? And the levels here of course are 3, 2 and 1, and we would expect the market to bounce around a fair bit within those numbers there. So that's it in a bit of a nutshell. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.